my psychic connection. I'm Innerji The Metaphysical Crone, and I'm buzzing tonight. So look out, everybody. I hope you're going to enjoy the show with me. We've got so much going on. Obviously, we've got all of our readings. The theme, the color of life theme tonight is brown. I know most people go, oh, brown, but I've got some interesting stuff to talk about later in the show about that. Now, of course, we're going to be doing our readings later on, is our mystic message. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, it's great to have you back. But before we start our readings, let's just go over some of the guidelines and rules and how it all works, especially if it's your first time here. So we do free 2-minute readings. They go just for the 2 minutes. So when that bell goes, I have to stop and go on to the next question. And of course, remember to keep your questions specific. That's really, really important. Now, we also have donated readings. Now, with the donated readings, you can choose from a 3-minute or a 5-minute general. Now, that is the only time that we do general readings for a specific person is with a donated 5-minute reading. So no general readings for the 2 minutes. We also have the mini and we have the mega. They're both untimed. Now, with the 3-minute reading, with the mini reading, it's one question only, but with the mega reading, you can ask more than one question and on different topics. And with the general reading, if you want to give just a little bit of an area of life that you'd like me to focus on, then I can jump into that answer a lot more quickly. So that's all about that side of the donated readings. And how do you get a donated reading? Well, if you're on a radio platform, you need to pop on over to Facebook or YouTube and click the donation link in the chat and then pop your question there. And also, if you'd like a free reading and you're on a radio platform, you can pop over and just type your question into the chat, and then you will be put on a queue. Now, remember, with donated readings, you jump to the front of the queue, and with a mega reading, you go to that number 1 spot. And of course, we can go in depth a lot more with those types of readings. Now, with readings, we have some no-go zones, and there are good reasons for that. We don't do any medical or health-related questions, and that does include pregnancy because it is a medical situation that you're going through. And we don't do any legal or law-related questions. First of all, they are best left to the professionals. And secondly, in many countries, unless you're qualified in those areas, it is actually illegal for you to give advice on those types of topics. So remember, no medical, no legal. So how is everyone doing tonight? I hope you've had a great week. I am so looking forward to answering your questions. And so let's get started. Let's have our first question, please. Who do we have? And we have our beautiful Love. Great to have you back. And Love asks, do you feel I am accurate about who Elle is? And do you see anything I should know about this connection, please? And thank you. Great question. So let me put out some cards for you, Love, about your intuition around being accurate about Elle and this connection. Okay. The first card I've got out for you is the 8 of Cups. I do feel that you're getting into your head a lot about this. I feel that you do need to trust your intuition. I do feel that the intuition, the feeling that you have is accurate, but I think you are over-analyzing it. And I feel that that's creating more confusion for you and it's stopping you from trusting your intuition. Now, let's have a look at what other things you might want to know about this connection with Elle. I feel that this is not the best connection for you. I've got the Star card reversed. So I feel that this connection is probably not in your best interests. I also feel emotionally that this connection does throw you out of balance because I've got the Queen of Cups reversed. So I feel that this is a connection that you have to really think carefully about what form it takes, whether you want to maintain this connection, and what is the reason behind it. Let's do some T coins. And the first T coin is the Bat. And I feel that for you, this is all about focus. It's also about taking an intelligent approach. Not that I think you're not already, believe me, but it's really focusing in on being smart about this and trusting that balance between your intuition, thinking about it, looking at what's happened, look at it objectively, look at it factually in regard to this connection, and then focus on what you need to do for you around that. Let's get another T coin. And we've got the angel that says to me outright, trust your intuition, girl, trust your intuition. I do hope that's of help. And thank you so much. That was a great question and a great example of a question that has a little bit of juice and meat to it, as we like to say here at My Psychic Connection. And talking about connections, gosh, there are so many connections that we have with people. And sometimes it can be hard to sort of sort out what is really going on with someone when we're connected to them and what is perhaps happening in our own head. Have you ever experienced that, where you think something is going on and then you find out later, no, it wasn't. It was just that you were worried about it, and that created its own scenarios. Oh, so complicated, isn't it, sometimes? And Love says, thank you so much, darling Energy. And I've got cherries avocado. And that looks like, is that a tomato or an apple? Yum, you're making me hungry, love. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciated your question. Hey, let's go on to the next question, please. Who do we have? And we have our beautiful Gemma. Hello, Gemma. And Gemma says, Adam is going to a music festival tomorrow and his ex will be there. Oh, that's never easy, is it? And she goes on to say it's the first time they will have seen each other since the breakup. She was the big love of his life. How does he feel about her now? Let's check in. And Gemma says they split up nearly 2 years ago and he's had a big breakdown over it. Not been easy. Thank you. Oh, yes, those types of breakups can be so hard. But, you know, I feel that Adam is moving forward. He's been going through a lot of his own emotional healing around this, and he's been trying to put things into perspective. But let's have a look and see how things will be. Oh, wow. The first card I've got is the Emperor. He's going to be fine. He's going to be strong. And how does he feel about you? He is showing his feelings to you more and more. If you look closely at this card, you'll see that the human face is breaking out from the armor of the statue. And so I feel that Adam is opening up more. I feel emotionally he's opening up more. And honestly, his feelings for you are so strong. I've got the Magician card. Gemma, he wants to make magic with you. He wants to create a future with you with this Magician's card. And we've got the World card reversed. And this is saying that you are his world now, not his ex. So I feel that you have nothing to worry about. His feelings are there. His feelings are strong. Let's do some T coins. I've got the question mark, and this is particularly for you, Gemma. It's time to stop questioning. It's time to trust. And Gemma says, yes, he's got a lot better with feelings. Yes, that is so true. I can see that moving forward with that Emperor card. But I also have the question mark, and this is saying to me, Gemma, it's about learning to trust. It's not that you don't trust Adam, it's that you don't trust the other people like the ex. Can get in the way. Let go of those questions. Trust Adam. The feelings are there. The feelings are strong. He's not going anywhere. Thank you for your question. And I can understand how worried you can be. You know, exes coming back into our lives for whatever reason can create chaos, can create confusion, if not intentionally by the things that they do, although sometimes it is, believe me. But it's just the fact that someone from the past that had a strong connection to someone that you're with now, it can stir things up. It can stir up self-doubt. It can stir up questioning. Gosh, it's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to you as well. But the thing to remember is when exes come back into your life for whatever reason and you're with someone else, look at what you have now. Look at what's working there. That's the important thing. And hang on to that. And Gemma says, thank you so much with a beautiful heart. Gemma, my sweet, you are so welcome. Now, Colours of Life theme tonight is brown. Now, brown. What do you think of the colour brown? A lot of people think, oh, it's just brown. You know, it's dull. It's just brown. But my background is showing that brown can be a beautiful, vibrant energy. but it is a color of stability. It is a color of reliability. Brown is associated with that earth energy, with Mother Nature as well. So it gives us support. It's also a color that encourages us to slow down a little. We live in a very fast-paced world. Everything's instant, now, done, next, always looking to the future. But having the color brown around you reconnects you to the earth. It reconnects you to that slower energy. It reconnects you to that energy of being present in the here and now. So I don't know, what do you think about, do you find brown boring? I don't. I think it's a great color. I find, Adrian says comfort and paint with brown usually. Yeah, it is a comforting color. I always, yeah, I know my keyboarding, when I'm doing texts, it gets funny words out as well. But it's a comforting color. It's a color that kind of wraps you in feeling solid and secure. So a little bit more about brown later in the show. But let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have our beautiful Audrey. Hi, Audrey. Good to see you here. And Audrey says, hey, everyone, with a love heart. Back at you. Hey, Audrey. Audrey asks, we need to sell a big shed. Wes needs to sell a big shed he bought and also a very nice sheet that has costed $500 a month and been in the shop for a year. Wow, that's a long time. And she asks, will either of these be gone soon? Tons of lookers, but no one's followed through. Thanks. I know, isn't it annoying when that happens? People like to just come and look and then don't put in a bid or an offer or say, yes, I'll buy that. Let's have a look. So I'm going to look at the rest of August first. And I feel that neither of them will be sold by the end of August. But I mean, we've only got a couple of weeks. So that's a no for the end of August. I want to have a look at the sale of these two items for September for you and see what comes out there. Oh gosh, I feel that the shed is going to sell quicker than the Jeep. I feel like with the Jeep being in the shop, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done to it, and that is what's putting people off. I feel that October is going to be a better month. I've got the 9 of Pentacles here, so I feel that at least one of them will be sold by October. I want to go into this Jeep a little bit more because that's what I'm being really drawn to, and just see. You know, this Jeep wasn't the fun thing that it was supposed to have been when it was purchased, because I have the Queen of Cups reversed and it's become a burden rather than a joy. I do feel that there needs to be some talk with the people who have this Jeep at the shop and really get a handle on what's happening with it and what you can do to make sure that it is worthy of sale. I feel that there is some holding back, some restriction there. Let's add some T-coins to that and see what else we can find out. I feel the shed will sell sooner than the Jeep. I hope that's of help. And thank you so much for your question. It's never easy selling stuff, is it? You know, the days of just, putting stuff out the front and doing the old-fashioned garage sale, everything's online now, and it opens up the market so much more, having all of those extra options. But it is hard when you want to sell something and you need to sell something that, come on, can we make it happen? Can we make it happen? But sometimes that there are steps that need to be put in place before it can be, if you like. Audrey says, and thanks, Kay, for yesterday. So Kay did a wonderful reading for Audrey yesterday. And so we're passing on that lovely thanks to our beautiful Psychic Kay. And just a reminder that Psychic Kay is on every Monday night, Eastern Standard Time, with her live show. And of course, that's midday Australian time. Audrey, thank you so much for your question. I do hope that helps. Let's move on to our next question. Who do we have, please? We have Diana. Hello, our beautiful Diana. Diana asks, when or will Jay start spending more time with me? Well, let's have a look at the situation with you and Jay regarding spending more time together. I feel that there's so much going on behind the scenes here between you and Jay. I feel like there's a disconnect of some sort. What I'm seeing in my head is you here and Jay here, and there's kind of like space in between. So I feel like there's a lot more connection that needs to be done in terms of what page you are on concerning a relationship with each other. That's what I'm kind of just feeling without even drawing a card. But let's look at the cards now. Things are very confused at the moment. There's a lot going on with Jay. There's a lot going on with you. I've got the 10 of Wands reversed. So what this is saying to me that things are starting to release a little bit, but I feel the intensity of your energy is kind of getting in the way. I'm sorry to say that, my dear, but I feel like you just need to relax into it a little bit more. There's an intensity there that is adding an energy that is not helping this connection. The good news, though, is I've got the 5 of Wands reversed. And this is saying to me that this connection can be made. You can spend more time together, but I feel that you've both got to get on the same page first. You're at different stages of where things are at. In terms of timing, let me have a little look for you. And I feel that it's going to take a bit of a longer time. I've got the Strength card reversed here, and I feel that things have to be settled first. There is something so unsettled about this connection with Jay, about you coming together, because it is a relationship that you're looking for. I do feel that there's still a lot going on in the background that needs to be faced first. I'm sorry that I can't give you better news than that. I do hope it gives you a little bit of direction and that it helps in some way. And Audrey says, yes, we have a ton of contact with them. The Jeep has a brand new motor put in, thanks. Okay, well, so you're working on that. So just check that there's nothing else. Thank you so much for that feedback, Audrey. Feedback is, and Diana says, thank you, my sweet, you are so welcome. I know that your heart is there. Patience is the key, and everybody hates hearing that. I hate hearing be patient, but that is what we all have to do sometimes when it comes to timing. Divine timing, not our timing. And of course, when it comes to good questions, that's what we like. We want meaty questions, a little bit of context, a little bit of detail. Also, if you want to give me your sun sign or your rising sign or your moon sign, that's another great way for us to connect when we're doing a reading as well. And speaking of zodiac, we have a new moon coming up tomorrow, I believe, and it's a new moon in Leo. Now, what a new moon's all about. Regardless of what sign it's in, when a new moon occurs, we're looking at starting something new. It's a great time to start a new project. It's a great time to try something new. It's a great time to sort of start planning and putting into action as the energy of the moon goes from its new moon stage and it grows in its light and reflection to the full moon. Now, new moon in Leo. Leo, this is about taking charge. So this is a great moon for you to take charge over something new that you want to change in your life or that you want to bring in your life. It's also a great moon for having some fun, meeting new people, having new social things happen, because Leo is a very, very social sign as well. So this is a very positive new moon in Leo. So you can lighten up a little bit and look at things from the positive rather than from the negative. I do hope you find that helpful. All right, let's go on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Adrian. Hello, Adrian. Adrian asks, hello, sweet energy. Hello, sweetie, back to you. Would love to know if things are going to go smoothly for me teaching second grade this year at a brand new school. This is my 11th year teaching. Just wondering if I'm going to like this new journey or not. Oh, what a great, now there is an example of a good, juicy, meaty question. So let's see. How will things go teaching second grade at a new school? And are you going to like it? All right. So let's have a look at the beginning of your time there. We're going to look at 6 months out, and we're going to look at the second 6 months. So I feel that you go in knowing what you're doing. I've got the Page of Wands reversed. So this is saying to me that going into this teaching job at this new school, there are things about it that are going to be really familiar to you, and that's going to help you to settle in. Tomorrow is our first day. I have 26 students all to myself. Oh, more power to you. I don't know if I could do that. But you are going to go in knowing your stuff. You know what you're doing. It's not about you having 11 years of teaching. You've got all that experience, but you are going to go in feeling confident, and you're not going to have to change too much in those early first few weeks. As you move in through the next 6 months of teaching, I've got the Four of Swords reversed, and I really like this card reversed for you, because this tells me that, yes, you go in knowing what you're doing, you're going to feel comfortable and familiar, but that's not going to stop you. You are going to want to implement new things within what you're able to do with the curriculum and with your class. I see you working hard towards that, not just sitting back saying, I've done it before, I can do it again. It's more about how can I move this forward, and I see you doing that. New ideas, new ways of bringing. And I feel you will be fine. It will go smoothly, and you're going to love it, because I have those Ace of Cups as the final card. Thank you for your question, and I hope that's of help. I love doing work and career questions. They're always great. Okay, it's time for the Colours of Life game. Now, before the show, myself and the team, we all had a little chat about it, and we chose our winning colour for the night. So you have about 3 minutes to start typing in. You can tune in, practice using your intuition, your psychic skills, to see what colour was chosen as the winning colour tonight. Or you can madly start typing and key in as many colours as you can do in that time frame, because the winner will receive a special divination reading from me. All right, so start keying in and see what comes through. Now, while you're all madly keying in, I'm going to talk a little bit about a brown crystal. And the crystal I have chosen is petrified wood. Now, this is it's a stone. We call it a crystal because we use it for healing purposes, but you can see it's quite a dense, heavy stone. And it is the stone that has been created from very, very old trees. It goes back, 250 million years ago to 66 million years ago. That's how long it takes. And what happens is when wood gets petrified, it is replaced by stone. And it's usually agates or quartz that replace it. Sometimes it's opalized, which means it has a little bit of a shimmer to it. So petrified wood, a beautiful brown, beige, all the different shades of brown that come from the trunk of a tree. And when we're looking at petrified wood, this is a great stone or a great crystal when we want to do past life work, because this is a stone of the ancient past. It's a great stone if we want to connect with ancestors in meditation. It's also a wonderful stone for patience. We were talking earlier about, we need to be a bit more patient with what we're wanting sometimes. This is a great support stone when you're feeling impatient. Honestly, I think I just about need to eat these. Don't ever do that. Don't eat your crystals. But, it's one of those stones when you're having difficulty being patient about something, when things aren't changing as quickly as you would like. This helps to slow you down. It's also calming. It's also grounding as well. Now, how are we going with that Colours of Life game? Has anyone made a guess? I'll give you a little hint. It's not a crystal colour. It's a metallic colour. So see if that sparks your intuition with what the winning colour might be. The other thing I wanted to say about this beautiful, beautiful crystal, it doesn't just work with the base chakra. We think because it's an earthy crystal, it would work with the base chakra, but it also works with your third eye chakra here, your chakra of intuition, your chakra of the mind. And that's why it is so helpful in meditation as well, when we want to sort of link back to past lives or ancestors. Really, really good for that. Oh, we've got a winner. Kelly, congratulations. Yes, the colour is gold. So I am going to do a very special reading for you, and I am going to use my hybrid deck. This is 2 decks in one, so you kind of get double. And I'm just going to see what the message is for you. Now, this is the only time that I will be doing a general reading. The only other time I will do a general reading is if you donate. You need to donate for a general reading. So I just want to emphasize that so that you don't get confused about it, because I know it can be easy to get confused. And Kelly goes, yay! So here we go. Shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. So I'm going to draw 3 cards for you. Oh, Kelly. Kelly, Kelly, Kelly. Abundance. Count your blessings. We go through life sometimes and we focus on what we don't have. We focus on what we want to bring in. Human nature, we're not bad people if we do that. But what I'm asking you to do is count your blessings. Look at what you have already. Because when we want to manifest something, bring something new in, whether it be money, a new job, love, whatever, if we can find our gratitude, if we can find and recognize the abundance that we already have, then that's the energy we want to put into future manifestation. So, Kelly, that's what I'm suggesting you do. Whatever it is that you want to bring into your life, do it from a space of gratitude, do it from a space of what you already have, and you want to build on that. The other card is about using your intuition. I feel that for you, Kelly, you need to use your intuition a bit more. You need to tune in to your heart and your mind. Intuition isn't just about our third eye. It's about using our mind and our heart as well. I see it as a triple approach when it comes to energy and intuition and tuning into psychic abilities, because, you've got a lot of inner wisdom. You've got a lot of knowledge in there that I feel that you're not always recognizing because of self-doubt. And the last thing I wanted to say to you in terms of bringing in manifestation, the abundance, the gratitude, using your intuition, now find the joy. I want you to move, dance around, move your body. When we move our body, we are moving energy within our body. And when we move energy with intention, that is when we can start bringing in that abundance. And Kelly says, that's so true, Innerji. I've been focusing on just that. Kelly, we are in alignment. Congratulations on being the winner of our Colours of Life game. And I'm so glad that this reading might be helpful to you. Keep going on that journey. Keep following that path. You're on your way. Wow. What a great game. I love my Colours of Life game, but I'm all about colour because colour is all about energy. I'm just going to get my other deck now and let's take our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have beautiful Cindy. Hello, sweetheart. Cindy asks, good evening. Need to ask this. Just want to know how my friend Jay felt when he did see my messages. Does he feel confused what to do about us because of what he's going through? Well, Cindy, let's have a little look about, first of all, did he see your messages? Let's start off with that. And so I'm going to do a couple of cards. Cindy, I've got the 10 of Swords and I've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. This is saying to me that he is aware that messages have come through, but he's not actually reading them at the moment. There is something else going on with him where he can't focus on that. He doesn't have the energy. Let's take a little bit more about this connection with him. I've got the Hermit reversed and I've got the Temperance card reversed as well. This is saying to me that now is not the time for him to be contacting anybody. He's got so much going on inside of himself. You know he's going through a lot. He knows he's going through a lot. And I feel that his approach is all about looking within, not looking without. So it's not that, how can I put this? It's not like he's cutting you off necessarily, but he just can't give you the time at the moment. He can't give you the energy. And that's been happening for quite some time, as you know. So again, it's about being a little bit patient around this and knowing that he's got his journey to take in life and you have your journey to take in life. And you need to keep going with your journey while he is taking his. Now, I know that you have this beautiful heart and you want to be there and you want to support and help. that sometimes the best way to help someone is to let them be where they need to be and allowing them to come to you instead of... And I've got the angel there. So there is a spiritual connection. Just use that spiritual connection and give Jay his space that he needs. Thank you so much for your question, Cindy. And I just want to send you lots of hugs because I know you're upset about it. I know it worries you, but just keep going with what you need to do in the meantime. Thank you so much. And it is hard trying to understand sometimes. We all do it, me included. You know, I'll send a message off to someone and say, and why haven't they got back to me? What's going on? And then I might find out 3 weeks later that something has happened in life that was private to them and didn't want to share it with anyone, and they had to sort that out before they got back to me. So sometimes it's easier to put ourselves into someone else's shoes to try and understand where they're coming from rather than trying to figure it out from our own pair of shoes, if that makes sense. I think I said that the right way around. All right. And Cindy says, thank you. Cindy, my dear, you are so welcome. All right. Let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And Kelly, lovely Kelly. Kelly says, hello, Innerji. Is my family member trying to take my house? I do not trust him. Thank you. Oh, that's interesting. Let's have a look and see what's going on with this family member and your house. I'm doing a little bit of extra shuffling for this one because I want to make sure, yep, that sounds right. Well, I do feel there is something going on in the background there. I've got the 5 of Cups reversed. So I do feel that there is something going on. If it was this way up, I would say, no, nothing's going on. It's just, there's just some negative feelings there. But the fact that this is upside down is saying that this is something that's more outward. So I do feel that there is some emotion around it that is not in your best interests. I've also got the 8 of Wands reversed. And so this is also saying to me that things are not in alignment between you and this family member at the moment either. So again, I do feel there is something going on. I feel that there are different agendas here with this 2 of Wands reversed. So whether they're trying to take the house away from you or not, I'm not getting a clear indication about that particular aspect, but I think there is more going on here than the question that you are asking about. So let's get some tea coins out for this and see what we've got. We've got the teacup and the saucer. So I feel that you need to be able to talk to someone that you can trust about this to see if you can find out exactly what's going on. I feel that don't get lost in your head and start, how can I say, making things appear to be without knowing the facts of the matter. So you need to get the facts of the matter as opposed to sort of wondering what's going on. We've got the tent as well. And the tent is saying to me that you just kind of need to just settle yourself down a little bit first. I know that's easier said than done, but I look into this matter to try and get the facts of what's going on rather than making an assumption. So I'm not getting a clear answer about whether this person is after your house. I'm getting a feeling it's a male energy, by the way, but I do feel like you need to research this more. You need to talk to people you trust. And Kelly says, thank you for the heads up. I will be watchful. I will see what's going on, and hugs. Oh, Kelly, big hug back to you, my dear. Thank you so much for your question. There's an old saying, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. And isn't that the case in some situations? You know, we're taught to look positively on our families, which is a very good thing. But sometimes there's not always a connection there. Sometimes families are not always in sync and things happen. And I always suggest to people when things are happening between families that aren't connected, that can't talk out, if you think there's something going on in the background, no matter who it is or where you are, I always suggest that you try and get the facts of the matter and take an objective view rather than an emotional view. And that may help with processing things moving forward with families. Oh gosh, we're such complicated creatures, we humans, aren't we? I can't get over it sometimes. All right, let's take our next question. Who do we have, please? Oh, Firefly Magic. I love your name. That's gorgeous. All right, Firefly Magic says, What does the Aries find interested or like about me? Newer connection, but not giving anything away. All right, let's have a look at this Aries interest in you. Now, with Aries energy, it's cardinal fire. So they're kind of like in the present moment. It's kind of what you see is what they get. So I feel like there's something in this Aries. They're not good with commitment a lot of the time, depending what else is going on in the chart. But I feel like they kind of will jump in when they're ready, but not when you're ready. But let's have a look at this. I just want to see what the interest is. Well, I agree with you. They're holding back. I've got the Page of Wands reversed. They're holding back their energy. They're holding back that fire energy. Normally, they're the ones that rush in where angels fear to tread. But for some reason, this Aries is kind of holding back and observing. However, the interest is there. I've got the Ace of Cups. They are interested. They are interested in moving forward with this connection, with this potential relationship. I feel, though, with the Eight of Cups, they're kind of stuck in their head. This is a card where I see people turning away from how they feel and going into an analytical mode. So I feel that the Aries person, which is highly unlikely for them normally, is overthinking it. But they want to see where the land lays. They don't want to make a commitment. They don't want to move things forward until they're a little bit more sure. They've got a little bit of more of sussing you out, how you feel about it as well. So it's almost like half a step forward, half a step back, half a step forward, half a step. And that's confusing the devil out of you with this person. Let's have a look at a couple of tea coins for you as well. Look, it's about timing. It's give it a little bit of time. They just need a little. I seem to be saying that all night tonight. We all seem to need a little bit of time before we jump in and take action. But I've got the roses, so there is potential there. Thank you so much for your question. I really, really appreciate it. It's really hard at the start of any new friendship, connection, or relationship to get the lay of the land, because we've got those sort of like, oh, it's new, it's interesting, it's this and it's that. But then that kind of gets in the way of what's really going on. So I always recommend to people that, when it comes to new relationships, new beginnings with someone, that you kind of just take it step by step. Don't try and jump to the end of the story before it's even begun. Enjoy that kind of feeling that you get in the beginning. And we kind of live in a world where people want the answers to relationships now. I don't want to invest my time if it's not worth it. I hear that a lot, but sometimes investing your time in a person, whether it's a relationship that will continue or not, can bring you some life lessons and can help you understand what to look out for next time if this one doesn't work out. So think about it from that perspective rather than is he or she the one. Look at it from the perspective of what is this journey now? What can I learn from it if it doesn't work out? And what great journey will it take if it does work out? I do hope you find that a little bit helpful. And Firefly Magic says, thank you, Innerji. You are so welcome. It was so lovely to read for you. Now, I want to talk a little bit about an essential oil that I relate to the color brown. And it is cedar wood. I absolutely adore cedar wood oil. This is an oil that is comforting, just like the color brown. Obviously, it comes from a cedar wood tree, and there are different types. This is the Cedrus atlantica. Now, the reason I give you the Latin name is because there can be different subspecies of the essential oil. So I'm telling you about the one I'm talking about tonight. This is a woody aroma. It is grounding. It's cleansing. Oh, it's clearing. I'm sniffing it straight out of the bottle. Technically, I should really be putting it on a tissue, show you the correct way to do it. And actually, I'm going to hold this up. You can see the brown color of the oil as well. And I'll just waft it under. So this is a great oil for grounding. It's a great oil also for strengthening you, getting that inner backbone going, so to speak. It's also a wonderful oil that can help with exhaustion. And so many of us are feeling really exhausted at the moment. So this is a great oil to help you get that stamina back, help you to rejuvenate. It revives you. It uplifts you. but in a really grounded way. It's not in like a woohoo kind of way. It's like feeling uplifted, ready to tackle whatever is coming your way. This is a great oil to use in your oil burner or diffuser if you want to meditate, because this is a great oil to help with connection, with meditation, and with spiritual connection. Like petrified wood, it is related to more than one chakra. It's related to the base chakra, so that's the grounding, the stability. You think of great tree roots, a strong trunk connecting you to the earth. And then at the other end of the scale, it also connects to the crown chakra. So it's kind of connecting earth to the cosmos, to the cosmic, to the spirit world as well. And that's why this is such a great, great oil when it comes to grounding, but also for spiritual connection and things like meditation. What type of essential oils do you like to use to ground yourself, to get yourself kind of out of your head and back into your body, to get you feeling a little bit more stable in what you're doing? Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear that. And what other types of essential oils do you like to use? Because I'd be lost without my essential oils. I truly would. All right. Let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And Adrian says, yes, I plan on teaching a lot of teachers how to navigate our curriculum online because it's new to them. I used it last year at my last school. Thank you so much. Awesome. Yes, that's the new things that you're going to be bringing in over the next 6 months. Thank you for that feedback, Adrian. I really, really appreciate it. All right. And Rebecca is here. Hello, my beautiful Rebecca. And Rebecca asks, hi, Innerji. Can you tell me if my son, Frankie, will obtain warrant officer status in the Army? Oh, that sounds like a pretty big promotion. Interesting. Let's have a look at that journey for him. I know. I use the word journey a lot, and Journey Ryan says, it's me. We'd be lost without our beautiful Journey Ryan leading us. All right, Rebecca, let's see what we've got for you. Okay, I've got the Page of Pentacles reversed. So this is telling me that this isn't something that's going to be happening quickly. It's not in the here and now at the moment. I've also got the 10 of Pentacles reversed as well. And I feel like there's something in the background that still needs to be addressed around him moving into this warrant officer position. I feel that there's something that's not quite finished yet. However, I do believe that your son and the Army are on the same page. It's not that they don't want him to be in the position. There's either unfinished paperwork, there's something that's just not been ticked or crossed or I dotted. I feel that there is something missing there that is preventing it from happening sooner. So let's have a look at it coming up. I'm going to look about the next 6 months and see how that is for you. I've got the Tower card. So I feel that it is going to take a little bit of a time fixing out whatever it is that's missing in this, and then a quick decision will be made. I think it will balance out. So I think in the longer term, yes, he will get it because we've got our Temperance card of mixing and matching and working it out. And I also have the Six of Swords reversed. And that's saying to me, like Six of Swords for me is about navigating through difficult things. And so when I see it as a positive outcome, but there's a bit of a way to go to sort some things out first. I hope that makes sense, and I do hope that is of help to you. Thank you for your question. All right, it's Miss, and Rebecca says thank you. You are so welcome, Rebecca. I can't believe it. It's Mystic Message time already. So I'm going to use a different deck tonight for our Mystic Message. This is a deck that I like to use when I encourage people to contemplate, when I encourage people to tune into their own inner wisdom, validating that they have their own inner wisdom. And it always starts with a what if. We live in a world where we go, what if it doesn't work? What if it goes wrong? And I try to live in a world where I say, what if it does work? What if it goes right? So that's what we're going to look at with our Mystic Message this evening. Let's see how we go. This is going to sound really funny coming from a tarot reader and a psychic. But the question is, what if I stop worrying about the future? I can personally relate to this one. We do worry about what's to come. We feel a little bit insecure just going from place to place and not thinking about the future. But how would life look for you if you stopped worrying about the future and allowed it to unfold? Now, I'm not saying that you don't prepare for the future, that you don't plan for the future, or you don't take action around the things that you want to do and have in your future. But what if you stopped actually worrying about it? And worrying is the key word here. What if you stopped worrying about the future? Would you feel less stressful? Would you feel more able to cope? Would you feel more confident moving into that future if you weren't coming from a space of worry or from fear? Something to really think about. Worrying is something that goes on in here. And most of the time when we're worrying, it's because we don't know all the facts of something. And I know I harp on about that a lot, but knowing the facts, the objective facts of a matter can help you make decisions. It can help ease worries. So I really encourage you with all my heart. What if I stop worrying about the future? What would that look like for you? How would it feel for you? How would you move forward if you didn't worry about the future quite so much? So that is tonight's mystic message. I hope you find it helpful. Now, I would love to hear what you have to say about that. Are there any what ifs that you bring to mind that maybe they're negative and you could turn them into something positive? What if I lose the job? What if you get a promotion instead? You know, I'm not saying be unrealistic, but I would love to hear, what are your what if questions that come up for you that maybe aren't so positive, and what can you do to try and turn that around so that you don't have to worry about them quite so much? I do hope you found tonight's mystic message to be of help, and I absolutely adore this deck because I use these for myself. They certainly get me talking as well to myself about what I worry about. All right, let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Kay. And Kay says, hi, Innerji. Will things start to shift out for me personally in the next month? And if not, any guidance moving forward? Things seem to keep coming lately, and I'm tired, LOL. All right, so it sounds like you need a bit of an energy boost, Miss Kay. Let's see how things might start to shift out personally for you. And we're going to look at the last 2 weeks of August, and we're going to look at all of September as well. So let's do some cards for that. Okay. The last 2 weeks of August, my dear, you got to hold back a little bit more. You are giving and giving and giving. I've got the 6 of coins here, and this is a card of generosity. Now, this is a card, you're normally very balanced. You normally know how to rejuvenate yourself. You know how, she said, yes, I do. He says, yes, I need a boost of energy. I'm sending you that energy and energy. But, you know, you're normally very good at balancing what you need to do and what you give out to others. And I do feel that you need to work on getting that balance back. Remember, I've said this in previous shows, no is a complete sentence. I feel that you're giving and giving and giving at the moment for August. And it's wearing you down. You're tired. You need a little bit of time out for you. Now, I'm not suggesting you run away on a holiday, but having those moments during the day where you can rejuvenate yourself, where you can reconnect, because I feel that you're getting your connection a little bit lost, not so much when it comes to the psychic stuff that you do, but when it comes to the everyday stuff. And life is a whirlwind for you at the moment. We've got the tornado. Life is a real whirlwind that is pulling your energy down. So I feel that, in cases, yes, I agree. So I feel that for you, August is kind of going to keep going like that. So I encourage you to take a little bit of time out where you can. Make sure you are eating properly. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself, mind, body, spirit as well. Because it will start to turn around in September, because I have the Swords card reversed. So that will tell me things will start to balance out for you if you start taking action on it now. Thank you so much for your question. I really, really appreciate it. Again, another great example of the questions that we have here at My Psychic Connection that make it so easy for readers to answer very quickly, particularly when we've only got 2 minutes. Now, I want to talk about the live shows that are coming up. We have live shows Monday through Friday. So if you're new here at Psychic Connection, I encourage you to tune into as many of them as you can. But let me go through the days and the times with you. Monday to Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's midday here in Australia for my Aussie friends. We have Monday nights, our beautiful Psychic Kay, the intuitive empath. Now, Kay does beautiful in-depth readings. She's a really practical reader. I love her readings. But she also has wonderful things like the Crystal Corner. Yep, she's my crystal cousin and talks about crystals from her amazing font of knowledge. She also has quotes. She's the quote girl as well. So don't miss out Kate on Monday nights. Tuesday nights, it's me, Innerji The Metaphysical Crone, and you already have an idea of how I work and what I offer on the show, so I hope you'll come back again next week. Wednesdays, I always say with Wednesdays at 10 p.m, it's triple the treat, triple the fun. I won't say triple the trouble. No, we're not going to do that. Triple the treat, triple the fun. It's We Psychics 3 on Wednesday at 10 p.m. with our beautiful Psychic Kay, myself, and she's so pretty in pink, our beautiful Psychic Bunny Sugars. So I hope you will join us for that tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Thursday night at 10 p.m. from the Cackling Witch's Den, she will be drawing from the cauldron her readings, her wisdom. It's our beautiful Psychic Rose. But it doesn't stop there. If you want a great ending to the week, and I mean a great ending to the week, you cannot miss at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Friday, that's 10 a.m. Australian time Saturday, the wonderful Journey Rhyme with Journey and Friends. Again, we've got psychic friends coming on board. Now, Journey always keeps it a secret. He likes to surprise us all. And I love that. I love the whole surprise factor. So there'll be readings, there'll be jokes. Bring your favourite drink, bring your favourite snacks, kick back for the end of the week and join in all the fun with Journey and Friends as well. So, yeah, a big lineup, and there's so much more, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's check and see who our next question is from, please. Let's see who we have. And it's Mahesh. Hello, beautiful Mahesh. It's lovely to see you back. And Mahesh asks, when do you see me getting married? Now, this sounds like a long-term question. So let's see what the cards have to reveal for you, Mahesh. I absolutely love your name, by the way. Just got a soft ring to it, Mahesh. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps just saying it. All right, here we go. Let's look at marriage for you. So I'm going to start off by saying you're ready. I've got the King of Cups. This is you. You're the King of Cups. Oh, my gosh, you've got... Mahesh says hello. You are such a sweet soul, Mahesh. You have so much love that you want to give, and you're feeling a bit lost and lonely because it's not fulfilled yet, but you're ready. You're centered around it. And he says, thank you. You're welcome, Mahesh. And I've got the 5 of Coins reversed, and it's saying, look, it is going to take some time. I feel like there's a relationship journey that you need to take first. Oh, there's that word journey again. But I feel like there is a relationship journey that you need to take in very practical ways. It's about taking time to get to know someone. I feel for you, as much as you're ready for marriage, you're not a person who just jumps into a relationship. You're a person who likes to know what you're jumping into. You like to make a clear and strong commitment. And I think that can be quite a wise way of going for you. I feel for you, it's about getting out there and getting to know people again. And starting off with a friendship rather than going straight into a love relationship. I feel that the friendship aspect in a love relationship is just as important for you. So I feel it is a fair way off. I'm going to see if I can get an indication of timing around getting married. Of course, universe has just popped into my head. You know it's divine timing, but you do have a level of free will as well. But let's see. I'm going to say the actual time frame is undetermined, but someone is coming along who's got a nice bit of fiery energy for you. So allow it to grow organically. Mahesh, thank you so much for your question. I really, really appreciate you being here, and I appreciate your question. And I just love your beautiful heart. I just want to send you lots of love. I want to send everybody lots of love. Kay says, thank you. You are so welcome, Kay. Oh, I'm just having one of those days where I feel like my heart's just going to explode with lots of love for everybody. And that to me is what unconditional love is all about. And Mahesh says, thank you so much, Mahesh. You are so welcome. Now, just a reminder, we've got lots of YouTube-only shows. There are so many new shows. It's so exciting. But there's almost too many to list now. We've got so many. So I'm going to start off by saying, you need to go to YouTube. You need to go to our channel, My Psychic Connection. Click the subscribe button. Click the like button. Click the notifications bell. That way you won't miss out on any of the YouTube content. We have shows daily. We have shows weekly. We have shows monthly, and we just keep adding on and adding on. And I want to talk about the monthly one with our beautiful Astro Squirrel. She does the mythology of astrology, and that is coming up, I think, in the next week or so, where she's going to look at the story of Virgo. She is the ultimate storyteller. She brings these mythologies to life with her storytelling. So if you're a Virgo, you know someone who's a Virgo, or if you just love astrology, don't miss out on that. Click on that like, subscribe, and notification bell so that you don't miss out on the mythology of astrology and, of course, all of our other YouTube content-only shows. Okay, let's go to our next question, please. And you know what? I'm really drawn. I want to do a message for the collective. I know. I'm just in one of those moods today. I said before the show I was feeling a bit silly because I've got so much energy. I want to do something especially for the collective. And I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to use my numerology cards. I don't use my numerology cards for divination that often, but let's go with it and see what comes out. Oh, and I have the number 7. So the number 7 in numerology, this is the card of the mystery, the mystic, the spiritual. It's also the card of the analytical. It's kind of bringing together the spiritual connection and the analytical mind. So when I look at the number 7, when it comes to divination, this is saying to me that now is the time to go deep within yourself. Now, what's interesting about this card coming out is we are actually in a number 7 year. 2023 adds up to the number 7. So the overall theme globally is about looking deeper than we've looked before, looking at things more deeply from an analytical perspective, but also from a spiritual connection as well, because they kind of work hand in hand. When I'm doing readings, it's not just my spiritual connection that's speaking to you, it's my mind connection as well, because I need to use that to form the words. So I do feel that for you, it's about looking at some of your spiritual belief systems, looking at your soul energy, but analyzing it from a deep within place of connection to yourself. That's what's really coming through. A lot of times we talk about connecting with others, connecting with loved ones, friends, connecting with our spirit guides. Well, they're always there. That's the good news. They're always there for us. But I encourage you with this number 7 to connect more deeply with yourself in a really, really conscious way and see how you feel, see how you move forward with that. I use the term move forward a lot because that's what we're doing. We are traveling through this life that we are placed on the planet to live, and we have free will about how we do that. And how we can best move through that is looking at our light and our shadow by going within. Now, there are some shadow sides to the number 7. And this is saying to me, don't allow yourself to get blocked. When you go within, don't allow yourself to get so caught up in yourself that you forget there are other people around you. It's about doing it from a balanced perspective. It's also not getting overly critical. A lot of times when we look in the mirror and we reflect within ourselves, we start doing the pointing the finger at ourselves, pointing out all the things that are wrong with ourselves. Instead, look at it from the perspective of what a wonderful spiritual energy you are. You are doing your best on this planet and doing reflection, bringing out your own inner wisdom. I do hope that little additional kind of card draw is of help for you this evening. I hope everyone has had a great time. I hope everyone is going to be doing well during the week. Remember, we've got lots happening here at My Psychic Connection. If you're ever feeling alone, please don't ever think that you have to feel you are alone. We are always here for you. And of course, there is mypsychicconnection.com as well if you'd ever like to have a private reading. We have an amazing array of psychics there. So support is always at hand for you. I wish you many blessings for the week, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow with We Psychics 3 with my psychic sisters, Kay and Bunny. Until next time, many blessings to you.